we're back. The other thing you're going to see on these, on the banking function, are any bills that came out. Like storage is set up to automatically draft. It's an auto draft. You can go ahead and add this, but you have to remember to go back and pull the invoice. The invoices for storage get emailed every month. And we can, I don't know whether we can ask storage to send each individual company to a separate person. I'm not sure how that works, because right now I get a copy, Kathy gets a copy. I don't know if you're still copied on it, Brad.
I get a copy. I think if they are not able to do that, then we can just add every property manager to her list of all of the invoices, and we can just pick and choose the ones that we need.
Well, unfortunately, you can't.
No?
You have to open every single one of them to find out what it is.
Oh, it's not named?
No. No. So we might have to find a work around that, because otherwise you get 50 invoices and it's just a number.
So we need to get the invoices and then upload them in QuickBooks.
Right. And to do that, all you have to do is click on, I don't think it'll let you go from here. No, it won't.
So right now this is being done by you, Tammy, currently?
Actually, Kathy's doing them.
Oh, gotcha.
You can add an invoice from here. I just clicked on that. I clicked on where it says Red Nova, and down here it says Add Attachment, and it'll just open up a box. Just scan it and you can just drag it over. Doesn't take very long. It's really easy to do. And it's really easy, much easier if you do it when you're adding these expenses and not wait till the end of the month and then find out that you haven't scanned anything in and have no copies. It's much easier to do as you go.
Are we going to have a spreadsheet of sorts of all the online logins for like Duke Energy?
Yes, I have Kathy working on that.
You have it. That'll make it easier.
Right at the moment, Kathy is pulling all of those invoices for all of these companies and the apartments. We would like to not have to have her do that, because it's very labor intensive as far as the number that she is doing right now. Also, what comes through here on your banking activity are any checks that cleared. So if you wrote a paper check, it will come in here and it'll say, okay, it sees something that matches that check number and matches the amount. So all you have to do is match, and it will clear it, and it will take it over to your register. From here, you can go look at your register, and this is all of your bank activity for the month that you've posted. So it's got your deposit that we just looked at. It's got a couple other deposits that somebody else has already looked at. And all of this, anything from the prior month, it'll have reconciled over here. So that means you cannot change any of those unless you talk to me.
And these will only be the things that are set up for auto pay, because if it was spent, otherwise you would have already uploaded the attachment.
Right. If we wrote a paper check, that goes in with when you put the check, or when you put the invoice in. Some of these things, when they come in, QuickBooks doesn't have a rule set up, and it will default to some really weird stuff. Sometimes it says transfer. Sometimes it just says unexplained or unrecorded asset. It throws it into really weird stuff. So when you see something that doesn't look right, if you don't recognize what account it's going to, please look at it. Don't just say add. It's much harder to find once you've added it because it just gets mixed in with everything else. Then you get to the end of the month and you have no idea where this money went.
We're going from
Yeah, I'm always here for questions, so if you don't really know what to do with it once it gets to this point, just let me know. For the most part, most of this stuff is set up already to a default that, okay, every time it says it sees Duke Energy, it knows that it's a electric utility. So we'll make a list. Every one of the properties is a little different. They may have different utility companies. Some of them may have a mortgage, some of them may not. Mortgages most of the time are set up to pull automatically. But those are things you still need to look at because they're not the same every single month. So it's something you have to go look at. It's not just hit add. It won't do that. So we'll get into the mortgages and stuff later. I'll put a list together of which companies have mortgages and what company and what bank they're with. So it'll make it a little easier for you guys. Some of the third parties, that information is a little harder to get, but we'll get together on those too. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this.